Hi, this is Srushti and you're watching me on India Today.
Hi, this is Aryaana and you're watching me on India Today.
Hi, I'm Alfia and you're watching me on India Today.
Hi, I'm Alanna and you're watching me on India Today.
Hey everyone, this is Hesha Chimah, and joining me here for a conversation on India Today is what I would like to call them because they're popularly known as the OG Girl Tribe. Hello everybody, thank you so much for your time here.
Hi.
Listen, I've seen the show and I'm very kicked to do this chat with you all because I remember even when it was announced before the show came out, I was like, this is going to be so damn relatable because for you all to know me a little better, before I actually started anchoring and doing what I'm doing right now, I started my journey back in 2014 as an influencer. Back then called as blogging because we used to write like copies. Back in the day. Well, because I'm very old, na? You're making me very fossil kinds right now because I'm become 2014 wala blogger. But, you know, I really want to start off this chat by talking about that. When I started back in the day, when I don't know whether influencing was also a word or not. Blogging more was like it. And then used to keep getting these freebies and then invites to events. And then I started making money out of that. And I had people, a whole bunch of people around me be damn jealous. They're like, why are you doing this? Like, you know, is this even credible? Where's your future gonna go? And all of that crap, okay? For my mom and my dad, for the longest, I had to explain to them, what the hell am I doing? Like, what is this job? She's like, what do you mean by you're influencing people? You're not influencing anybody in the house. I said, well, but on social media, I am, right? Common question to everybody, and I want you all to share your individual talks on this. Was this thought even like crossing your mind while you all started off, you know, content creating and influencing? Did you guys have people who went, well, like, influencer banna hai kyun? Like, that happened?
Yeah.
Not to me.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah? Okay, so let's go with let's go in order. We'll see, like, what's happened with you, not happened with you.
Honestly, when I started, I never even knew it was going to be a career. I don't think it existed back then. I started this when I was 15 or 14. I started with like a YouTube channel.
What year was this?
I was, 2014.
Same as me.
I started with YouTube a little bit and then Instagram, and it was very, very new, and I just started getting these like packages from brands when I was really early, and my mom 100% thought it was some boy sending it to me. Because like, why are brands sending you stuff? I'm like, Mom, like, no, they want me to wear it. And they're like, It was really funny. But yeah, eventually when I started, it was just like posting photos I used to just hijack my family holidays and take like a bunch of photos, carry like a bunch of changes in my bag. And then eventually somebody reached out to me and said, you know what, you can make money of this. And I'm like, shut up. No, you can't. Like, what do you mean? I do this for fun. And then now here we are.
By any chance, would you remember what was your first gig price? Like, I remember.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
it was a May.
Shit, it was for me
Yes.
too.
So my first gig was a ad. So it was not social media, but first social media was 25 rupees.
Oh, no way. Seriously? 25 rupees.
Sorry, 25,000 rupees.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Sorry.
What happened to the brand?
Sorry, my bad.
2014 was not paying so
My
bad.
bad. No, this is not in 2014. 2014 has to do YouTube.
Right.
So this is like in, wait, this is like 2017 or 2018.
Yeah, I think this is when Alia came in, they had that kajal which was launching. I remember
It was like 25,000 rupees, and I think I had like 80K or something. It was 25,000 rupees, I remember. It was like a one video. There were no like copyright-free music also. You could just like have so much freedom. Now it's like a full project. You need to like write a script. Full production.
13 edits, change this font to this.
No, now it's like a full thing. Like ad agencies do it with so many people, and here we like do it all by ourselves. You give a script, you do this. Back then it was just like easier, I think.
Do whatever you can with it.
Yeah.
What about you? Did you have an experience where somebody told you, what are you doing?
No, so actually I don't even remember how this started for me at all. I was just posting I had this cool vintage phone in my house, and I used to post with those Instagram filters, and I don't know how it turned out that way. I know I started my YouTube channel when I was obviously around 14 or 15, but I was only doing music. And I think that's where I saw a little bit of spark in viewership, because I was doing covers, I was singing covers, and then I was like, oh, maybe I can start posting this on Instagram, because Instagram had just come up as like a photo video editing app. It wasn't even like a social thing.
Yeah, I used to use it to edit a photo and then post the photo somewhere else.
So that's how it began, but I have honestly no memory of anyone ever being like, what are you doing? Only my mom and dad, same thing, they were just like, why are you getting free things?
Yeah.
For what? What are you gonna do with it?
Wear them now.
My mom used to say, can I take?
Yeah, yeah, I have that with
More
all the
than that,
friends.
guys.
Oh, of course,
Much more than
not
getting,
then
yeah.
though. Not then. And
I'm
when I
saying
was
like
trying,
back in the day, like
Yeah.
when you're like in 2016,
it wasn't
2017.
then.
Like, you know, exactly. I get what you're saying because back in the day it wasn't really a job, but I feel like I was still so passionate about it. Eventually, deep down, I knew this is going to learn, like, it eventually land up into something. What that was, we don't know.
I feel like-
But,
sorry.
you know, I'm so sorry. But, you know, with your case, it's a different story altogether. You started in at a point where everything is already well established for you, and now you're like, yeah, okay, I can be an influencer, which is a cool thing, right? But still, did you have any apprehensions, or were there people who, like, put something in your head?
No, so actually, I wanted to start during the lockdown. And I made a couple of videos. And then, like, of course, my parents were like, what are you doing? Like, you're so talented and you went to casting for so many years and maybe you should act or maybe you should do something else. And then, of course, other things happened altogether.
Yeah.
But back then, I wanted to do it and it was only going to be my food. Like, that time, my page only had food videos and dancing videos and a couple of, like, my old pictures. That's all my page had. Now, I feel like people think that, of course, I've gotten everything in a platter now, but still, like, I have to build my own community with my own niche.
For sure.
And it's not easy. Like, people are not going to follow you if you're not catering to what they've come to consume.
Right.
You know, today the show has come and probably that can bring me a certain amount of following and brand deals. But I have to be consistent with my work and stay at it and stay true to myself so that I have a community and I can make a career out of this then.
Yeah, fair enough. But you know, now if I'm coming to you specifically, you to come from a family where everybody would have been like, listen, like you can be an actor if you have to, you can be a model if you have to, why are you choosing this line? Did that happen at your end, or do you feel like you came from a space where everybody was so supportive, they were completely okay with you owning your own niche, whatever that would have been?
My family has been very, very supportive of this, like overall. But till date, I'm talking about other people,
Right.
still come up to me and ask me, what do you do?
High five.
No, like on YouTube, like I will see comments every day, but what does she do for a living?
Yeah.
You're consuming my content as entertainment and you're asking me what I do for a living. I entertain you. You're watching me. It's like, I just like,
Love it.
That's so funny.
it's like, of course, a lot of people have accepted it, but there's still such a huge population that does not understand
just don't get it,
how
yeah.
you make money from it. They just don't understand.
But you know, I do want you to touch base on the fact that you mentioned while everybody was talking that, listen, we are shooting everything all by ourselves. Like, you know, you're like a one-man army, and I know how crazy that gets. Talk to me a little bit more about that.
You are basically, so for the longest time, we just got on management. For the longest time, it was just Ivor and I running our YouTube. And it is like running a mini company. You are the creative, you're coming up with concepts, you are shooting it, you are editing it, you are getting brand deals, you're invoicing those brands.
Marketing it.
Marketing it. It's everything. You're playing so many roles and still it is not taken seriously somehow.
Because people just don't, they don't see what goes on, they see the finished product.
Yeah,
And
for
that's
sure.
all.
But you know, I feel like with content specifically, what's also happened right now is that there are so many people, also for the wrong reasons, are getting into the field, right? So I feel like that debate stems from a place where everybody's like, ठीक है, हमको भी मिल जाएगा ये. And the more popular opinion is that if they see a famous content creator / influencer, there are like these notions and tags, and I'm going to be very candid and open and bring them up. And I want to know, like, have you all heard this? Either somebody is labeled as, oh, she has a lot of money from her parents, or maybe she has a sugar daddy that's taking care of all of these things. Oh my God, like, what is this even paying her? Could be fake ho sakta hai. Like, we don't believe this. Or it's like some barter association that must have happened, and that's why these girls are doing what they are. Break it down to me bit by bit how it is for y'all.
Yeah.
Or even worse, y'all have heard, please add to this.
I think my biggest is she's living off her family. I just, again, it comes from that space of like not understanding how a brand deal works or how much a brand can potentially pay you. That's, I think, my biggest label.
And why are they even paying you? Because now brands have become really, really smart. They can
Yeah.
differentiate between somebody who has quality following and purchasing power versus somebody who doesn't. So,
Yeah.
Right, for sure. So yours probably is that. What about you? Coming to you.
I've heard that my father-in-law has given me money. my father to means I don't know.
It's always a male
Yeah,
figure.
yeah.
It's so annoying.
Father,
It's so
ex-husband,
annoying.
some
A woman
boyfriend.
can't be living her best life on her own. There's some
Let me-
male involved. Brother,
Also-
father, husband, something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I've been financially independent since I was 17.
Amazing.
I saved that much money for myself that I could live off even after my divorce till this show came along.
Right.
And then life, of course, it's not like Dharma's not given us money. we all take money for the work we do. And of course, I hope brand deals will start coming in. But just from a distance, they're like, "Arey, ye to
पीछे से आया है.
boyfriend, ex-husband, father, father-in-law. Everyone is just allowing money.
Yeah.
I will show
I
you as
know.
soon as we
It's
leave.
insane.
Just go on Reddit, type Alfia Jafry. First thing, she had a 4-floor building.
See, that's what I said, na? खुद का कुछ नहीं हो
Where
सकता.
is this building? I
It's
wish-
always sad.
Really sad
I-
because I also feel like people don't even want to know if there's anything more.
For sure.
This is what it is, this is what I think, and this is what it has to be.
Right.
There is no other option.
Yeah. And listen, now you've actually spoken about having a boyfriend. They must have also thought of it like that, oh, ye dekh raha hoga, wo dekh raha hoga. Like, does that happen? No, like, as I mentioned in the start only, right? Like, there are always a man who's attached to, like, sufficing your lifestyle. Does that happen? Like, oh, she has a boyfriend, he must be taking care of things.
All your dinners, oh yeah, he's probably paying for it. Or oh, they're flying here, they went to this trip, oh, he's definitely
Yeah.
funded it. Like, it's just.
It is annoying, I know. What about you?
I feel like same, but also like don't believe everything you see on social media because there's so many times like I've shot a video somewhere I don't even live. Right? People are like, oh, you're living in this like mansion, like you're living in somebody's mansion. I'm like, I don't live there. I live in like a small room with her and another roommate. We live in an apartment that I pay for. So it's just like as if you're putting out content on Instagram, you want an aesthetic place and you want an aesthetic background. So many times like I've literally like, you know, like book Airbnbs or like ask my friends if they have a good backdrop. So just don't believe everything you're seeing, you know.
I'm glad you all said this. You know, another thing I want to talk to you girls about is like battling body image issues. I feel like no matter how secure we might be in our head and how much we want to believe, there's still a part of us which does battle insecurity, right? Like whether that is physical, whether it is social, whether it is amongst people, created X, Y, Z. What I do want to ask y'all is, it's okay if y'all don't necessarily share what makes you very insecure, but I do want to know when y'all feel insecure, how do y'all sort of cope up with it and come out of that? Like, you know, to then put yourself out there and then again go ahead and create content. I can share my experience. Every time I break out and I have an acne on my face,
I was gonna say that.
oh my God, I freak the living crap out. I'm just like, no, I don't want to go. And I'm not somebody who believes in like super editing my pictures. I want to keep it as real as possible, but it does stress me out. So whether it's an interview, I'm like, is Alanna only looking at my acne? You know, like that happens. That happens most of the times with me. That's my insecurity. Please go one by one and share yours too.
I agree, mine is skin as well. And I have phases, it gets better, it gets bad, it
Yeah.
gets better, it gets bad. At this point, I just talk about it.
Right, fab.
Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. So Sonam and Shraddha told me, Shraddha was like, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sonam said, I just put lots of concealer and then I'm on it. Like, I'm not thinking about it. The minute it's concealer, she's like, I'm done. So,
I
yeah.
also hate it when like people crib about it when they have one zit.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
Yeah, talk to people who've dealt with it.
Yes.
It's insane. What about you?
I was gonna say skin, but now I feel like she's gonna yell at me.
Yes, look at her
The
skin.
other day.
Like a baby's butt. No.
No, it's not. No, but I'm saying when I am breaking out, then I feel like not stepping out of my room. Really. I had, because I think growing up,
Rolling
there was
eyes.
a phase, you didn't know me in school.
Yeah.
I had a phase where I had really bad acne. Really bad, but it was not too long of a period, but in that period, I swear to God this happened to me. There was these two girls behind me on this bench, and I swear I could hear them talking about my forehead pimples. And since then, I have not forgotten it, never.
Yeah.
I still think about it.
But it's a lot more hectic when you deal with it in adulthood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's insane.
And then you-
33 and I still
think
freak
it's
out.
opposite. For me, I think it was the opposite because when I joined Instagram, I think it was the first wave of like, you know, I was so young and I feel like the biggest thing I used to get was my body, like being skinny. like the
Oh yeah,
skin
me
thin,
too.
you know.
A lot of that.
And you don't realize the impact that has on your brain. Like even now as an adult, I put on clothes and I'm like, Mom, like am I looking like, you know? It's like even though I'm trying to try to be your most confident version, it still has that like
There.
black top. You
Yeah.
know, being like
For sure. Like I always say that skinny shaming is such a real thing. Like it's happened to me as well. I think all kind of off shamings have happened with me, but theek hai, it's fine. We're still here. We made it in life. It's fine. What about you? Any insecurities that you dab into?
I'm full of insecurities. It's not like that. It's just that I used to be very skinny And then after I took the vaccine and certain medications, I put on like 13, 14 kgs. So even now, like I've lost a lot of weight after that. But even now I feel like I'm still not there. I'm used to having my body a certain way my whole life. And I went from being overweight to really skinny to then middle, and now I'm like trying to get better, but I'm still very insecure of my body. I don't feel like I can wear everything. Also with my skin, like I never really had a lot of issues with my skin up until very recently, where it started with one small zit and I thought, you know what, it'll go away. And it's just gotten worse every day. And I was someone who actually shot for the show without caring about like makeup, this, that, and now like even if I have one meeting, I'll put on like proper makeup, and that's something very new that's happened. Like you can only see one or two popping, but I know the state of my skin underneath what has happened, and now that's made me a little underconfident to be like how I was probably while I was filming the show. I would get up and I would just go down and film. Like she's very confident like that. She would go and she would just like film.
Now
with,
I've
like, simple
accepted it.
patches.
It is what it is. I've also realized, and if I have to like say one thing to like people our generation or younger, it's in your head.
Yeah.
You take it a lot more seriously than
is.
nobody's
It's true.
looking at it. And
That's
if
true.
you like act like this is me and act confident with it, like nobody
No
can
one
hurt
notices
you.
anything.
Yeah,
Nobody.
And you know
true.
something super ironic
Took me a while to
for
learn
as well,
this.
Something that was driven out of insecurity has given me the most body security ever in my life. I started going to the gym because my entire life I was told I was too skinny.
Oh, lovely.
Nothing in the front, nothing in the back, go do this, do that.
Yeah.
I actually started working out and it has made me the most secure.
And you have a great body.
Yeah.
It's like not even real.
It is
It's
unreal.
amazing, yeah. But you know, I'm so glad you all shared your insecurities and opened up to me. I think it's sweet to talk to all of you all about that. But moving on from there, what I also want to ask is on a lighter note and be honest, okay? So like I also have like female friends who are from the same industry, and then 9 out of 10 times like we're invited to do things together because they're like, oh listen, Hesha's also coming, so you know you also be there, or they'll like quote somebody else like, you know, this one's coming, so you should also come, so on and so forth. There's sometimes when I'm very excited, I'm like, acha theek hai, let's all go, whatever. And then at days I'm just like, isse kyun call kiya, mujhe invite kyun nahi aaya? Like, mujhe bhi to aa sakta tha na. Does it happen with y'all, or y'all are very chill now?
For work?
Ever since, yeah, like work-wise, professionally.
Not
be
for me.
honest.
See, I'll just speak for myself.
Yeah.
They're all way ahead of me. And I wouldn't expect to get invited to the same things as them. Like so many times on the group, they're like, oh, are you invited? And I'm like, no, but I'm not invited. And I'll say, I want to go, can I get an invite or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't compete with them because I feel like they've been doing this for years.
But that's also not fair. You get invited to a lot of things that we are not invited to also.
I'm not invited to the Masi kind of stuff.
No, that's not true. You
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
have more connections here than a lot of us do.
Yeah.
No.
Than me.
You're in every celebrity party.
Yeah.
There's no competition.
family.
Yeah, is there any competition?
All the
No.
paps know her name. Like she's a lot
Yeah.
like celebrity vibe, and we're like
Yeah, that's
different.
I'm very
I think the
friendly with
question
them.
is more like it's not a
No.
competition.
It's not a
and
competition.
Yeah.
We're more
Yeah.
supportive. For example, like there was an event that was happening 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And we were invited. She was not, and I made sure that she was put on the list.
Oh,
So
that's
it's kind of
amazing.
like, you know, we're helping out each other. You
Yeah.
got invited somewhere. She like throw in the reference. You know, hey, like listen, Alanna does this too. Do you wanna?
Yeah.
I feel like with us at least, it's like that.
Yeah.
I can't say it for everyone. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
also like, you know.
We're not competitive at all, actually, because we live in a different country and we started living together in the same house. It's very different. I've seen her grow up. She's seen me grow up.
Right.
It's insane. I've seen her grow up. Like it's very different.
Is there like a tip or two that you feel that when I'm sure you all must have interacted in your course with a lot of LA-based influencers, content creators. Did you guys happen to learn something from them that you feel that here in India, like everybody watching this interview who aspires to be one of you all should know?
People in LA love Alanna. They love it.
That's what they should do. That's the tip.
Because sorry, I just got reminded of it because there was a time where I was in one of those like LA house parties like
Right.
after 2 a.m. and somebody was saying, like, you know, you talk about it and usually they're like, oh, because we look different, and
Yeah.
it's like a common question, like,
Yeah.
where are you from? And I'm like, India. They're like, oh my god, we love this one Indian girl, she's like a
my God, that's true.
mermaid.
I heard that.
I'm like,
Wow.
I'm like, who?
Victorian.
I said Alanna, and she's like, yes, Alanna.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, so it looks like maybe Alanna is learning from you. It's like the other way around. Maybe you give a tip or two about content and creation.
Yeah.
They like love her black long hair and that Indian mermaid. It's really like an aesthetic. Really? Oh.
That's crazy. See, revelation. But come on, very seriously, is there anything that you'll feel they're doing differently that we should also try here? Maybe?
I think from like a marketing perspective, in terms of brand deals, I feel like the US is so far ahead in making it look organic that when you're looking at an ad, sometimes you don't even know you're looking at an ad.
Yeah.
In India, there's like this thing of like
Guidelines.
like a script, and it's like, you know, ye shampoo le or ye, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like if we could like just, you know, kind of adopt that,
Right.
we will be so much further ahead. Like I worked with a brand in the US and they were like, listen, we're paying you. There's no script, there's nothing. Just you integrate it with other products.
Wow.
Don't even tag the brand.
That's amazing.
You are being influenced. You don't even know you're being influenced.
But I feel like that's the best way to
That's
do
more
it.
organic and more relatable.
organic,
Oh yeah, that's a very good way of looking at things.
Because for me, a lot of times, if I'm scrolling through social media and I see paid partnership, I go.
Same.
I swipe.
Yeah.
There's too many ads.
I don't even wanna know.
People are now,
Yeah.
if it's an ad and it's like in your face ad, I feel like people are like, yeah, she doesn't use it.
She doesn't
She's
use
doing
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for
I
the
feel
money.
like the
True.
marketing, it's changing in that space to kind of organically.
I feel like it's important to let you.
Part of influencing was more organic and like real girls
100%.
doing it.
I
and
think it's
trying it, not the models, which is
But
the
also, I feel like over here is there's so many times where if I'm talking to a brand based here and I'm talking to a brand based there, the work gets done a lot quicker there because they don't have you have so much freedom to just do you.
Yeah.
Over here, it's like she
Processes.
said, pick it up with this hand and move it here, and then I want you. This super should come here. It looks like an ad, and then people don't want to buy it.
That's my
Yeah.
biggest argument, I think, with Indian brands here. Like, listen, I don't want to read off a script.
Yeah.
Like let's just do us. But I think it will get there, I think, soon.
Yeah.
But it's not there yet.
It looks more like a model is doing it,
Yeah.
more than a.
I've actually said that to a brand once. Like, why didn't you hire a model for this?
Yeah, why
So
would
have
you
I.
go for it? I know, makes sense.
I haven't done
You don't
anything like
want
this.
me
Why
to
would you choose
create.
me?
You don't want us to
Pimple
create.
patches,
and-
yo. I know this happens and it's crazy. But you know, lastly, before I let you guys go, Alanna, I want to ask you this first. Since you're a mother, congratulations. What's your, let's say, a non-negotiable as far as you're putting your kid out there on social media? Even if from you wouldn't compromise. Yeah, that would be like, I wouldn't do this no matter what the money.
I think just stand by like what products we use on him. For example, he got offered his first brand deal. He's 3 months. Can you believe it? And the first thing I asked was, I was like, I don't think we're going to use him for that yet. He's a baby. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And the first thing I asked, if we do, send me the ingredients list, because I'm like a little crazy mom. Like, we don't use fragrance on him, and there's a long list of things I don't use on him. And I don't think I would promote that for any kind of money.
For
Like,
sure.
I need to see what's in it, especially when it's like stuff got to do with babies. So I think that's where I would like to draw the line.
Amazing. You know, I want to ask you specifically your non-negotiable in terms of putting your personal life out there.
My life is, I don't,
She's like, my life is, I don't know whether it's out there or not, there it's only food and it's only lifestyle.
The problem is it's
out there, but yet it's not out there.
Unspoken.
There are certain aspects of my life that I wouldn't talk about ever.
Like, is what one would get to. What is that? I mean, you can give me umbrella brackets.
Say, like, if tomorrow anything about family, my closest friends, if I'm seeing someone,
Relationships and family.
yeah, I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
fair enough. That's
Not till I know that this is it for me.
Yeah, fair. I want to ask you your non-negotiable as far as music is concerned specifically. You know what's coming to you. She's
No, am I
preparing.
also getting a non-negotiable? Oh my god, I don't know the answer to that.
negotiable
But
for
each of
music
their
in
beats.
what way?
Like, you feel like this is not what I will do, no matter what the money.
With music, I can't think of anything that I wouldn't do, honestly.
That's fine. Then you can say everything is okay. All the offers can come to you.
Genre, something you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
There isn't. I feel like when it comes to music, I'm so open. I would work with probably anybody just to see what it's like. I would do any type of song just to see how I feel about it. Never say never type of situation
Oh, that's true.
with music.
Okay.
I have,
no non-negotiables as far as content is concerned.
I don't know, can I get a different question? I think we also I've struggled to answer this even in the last thing.
Okay, can I tell you what my non-negotiable would be? Would that help you?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guess that should help you, right? Okay, like for example, how she said that she won't put like anything that's the child is not using is not going to go out. Anything that I'm not consuming, for the matter of fact, if I can't eat it and if I'm supposed to talk about it, I won't promote it, no matter what happens.
Yeah, no, I said that earlier as well. Like I have, like even in the start when I was just starting out, I've never, like if I don't like the brand and I don't like support the way they make their stuff or I don't like wear it myself, I would never promote it. Like I've been offered like 10 months of rent in 1 month for a brand that I wouldn't like and I haven't done it.
Yeah.
So I would
like
never.
for me, even skin, I feel like if it's a product that I would ever, like never put on my skin, no matter what the money, I'll never talk about it. So I think it's pretty much that.
I actually had a brand reach out to me once and they sent me a bunch of products to promote and I put it on my skin and I broke out, so I said I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. It happens.
I think now I would get there because I feel like I've done a few brands now, and that is probably the reason why I think my skin is suffering. It's not suited me. So now I have to be more mindful.
Yeah.
Because when your skin is fine and it's healthy, you don't really think so much.
Slap it on.
And also, I don't want people to like think that, oh my god, like, oh, because they come from like, so that's why they can say no to brands and sometimes we have to. I think it's not that. I feel like you'll make a little bit of money right now and then you're going to lose the long-term authenticity.
Right.
100%.
For
Your
sure.
audience trusts you and that's not something to be misused.
Yeah.
But well, thank you so much. I feel like this was the Tribe Masterclass for anybody and everybody who wishes to get into creating content and influencing. And I feel this was so much informative and fun to like share relatable experiences with you all. All the best for the show. It's doing really well. It's still there for everybody to watch who has it. And I feel if you want a peek or two more into content, influencing, creating, and their personal lives, you know where to tune in. Thank you so much, girls, and thanks so much
Thank
for
you
your time
so
on
much.
Video
It was
Today.
so fun.
Thank you.